The problem is totally economic.
It is not economics, John. It's ethnic rivalry.
The thing is, if they want to join the rest of Europe, they're going to have to get it under control.
You cannot make these problems go away with the wave of a magic wand. Yeah, but the whole thing...
Helium Week in Review will not be seen tonight, so that we may bring you the following episode of Almost Live. Cashman, Tracy Conway, Bob Nelson, Bill Stainton, Nancy Guppy, Steve Wilson, and Ed Wyatt, and starring John Keister. And on tonight's show,
Look, hurry up, would you? We need the studio just as soon as you're done here.
For what?
Our Wayne Newton telethon.
Wayne Newton?
Yeah, he's had some tough financial times. We're trying to help him out here.
Yeah, but he makes millions a year, so your telethon sounds like bull doo-doo to me.
Oh, what?
Never mind.
What's wrong with a little telethon?
It just sounds like horse pucky.
It sounds like horse what?
Never mind, we got our own show to do.
Okay, but be quick about it.
All right.
Thank you.
Donkashane.
Donkey what?
Never mind.
Okay.
And now, here he is.
John.
Keister.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Who am I? Why am I here? I'm glad to know I'm not the only one with that question running through my head all the time. Yes, there are a lot of catatonics in America. I think it's time we elected one president. Don't you agree? Yeah. Catatonics. All the way. Anyway, it's an exciting night tonight. The first game of the World Series. And the first time a Canadian team has made it to the World Series. And you know something interesting? The Blue Jays and the Mariners came into the American League at exactly the same time, the same year. And this year they both set records, which is right. So anyway, I wish our Canadian neighbors good luck, and they're going to need it because they have to win 5 out of 7 games because of the exchange rate. Did you know that? Did you know that? They use different colored balls up there, too. I don't know. Well, hey, how about those Cougs, huh? How about them? Ooh, no booing. Come on now. Let's get together. The Huskies and the Cougars sitting on top of the Pac-10 undefeated. Now, can you imagine if it stays like that? The #1 team in the country might be decided at the Apple Cup in Pullman. Think about that. That'll be the biggest thing to hit that town since the John Deere convention. And so today, the biggest crowd in the history of Oregon watched the Ducks get beat by the Huskies. That happened today. The biggest crowd in the history of the state, if you don't count those times when the Rajneesh used to drive his Rolls Royce through town and everyone stopped and bowed. That's it. But we're very proud of the Huskies, but everyone in Seattle is particularly proud this week because Fortune magazine named our town America's #1 city to do business in, which, well, we at Almost Live were very proud, but we were kind of interested. We wanted to know just how Seattle made it to the top of the heap like that, so we called Fortune magazine, and they told us the reasons Seattle was voted #1 for business. For example, there's plenty of time to work out business plans while stuck on 520. That's one. There's a cheap source of labor available from graduates of the UW's English department. That was what my degree was in. All right. The workforce in Kent will trade medical and dental benefits for oversized tires. Here's an interesting idea. It's not really that great, but Rod Chandler was handling the numbers. That's it. Ooh, a groaner. All right. There's huge corporate savings in Seattle on car washing. Wow. All right. Also, no chance of the Seattle Times investigating your shady business deals. And finally, business meetings not constantly interrupted by talk about the local pro sports team. Just some of the reasons that Seattle was worried there for a minute, though, weren't we? Yes, we were. They also said that Seattle stays on top because of some of the innovative programs that keep employees together as a winning team. And we've got a great example right here.
Trendsetters, the show about people on the cutting edge. the really hip, the cool people out there, doing things that you'll never have the guts to do, even if you live to be 100. So you just sit there on your fat butt and watch the world go by on Trendsetters. Tonight on Trendsetters. In today's high-stakes world of big business, America's winning companies are keeping their competitive edge with a bold new innovation. Corporate Dodgeball. Yes, Corporate Dodgeball, a trend that is sweeping the nation.
I love the sound it makes when it hits someone right in the head or like in the middle of the back. Like, yes, it's so perfect.
You know, the great thing about this game is that everybody can have a good time, and it really doesn't matter just because I'm the boss. I just like being one of the guys. Ow! Oh, that hurt! You clean out your desk. You're out of here. How do you like it? From the boardroom to the mailroom, the word is out. Better balls mean better business.
I think dodgeball has actually brought us together as a team and allowed us to focus on our goals. Plus, I hate Jenkins and accounting, and I nailed him today. Oh, boy, did I get him.
Yes, business today is following the bouncing ball. Next week on Trendsetters, lunch break leapfrog.
So stay with us. We'll be right back after
these commercials. Isn't that the new Nissan?
Yeah, the Altima.
The Nissan Altima has been the best-selling new car in our history. And now Motor Trend has named it one of the top 10 import buys. Not bad for a car starting at $13,000. The only challenge has been keeping them in stock.
Hey, what's going on?
Do they sell that one too?
Now your Nissan dealer has a special holiday allocation of Altimas. So for a limited time, Altima is more than just affordable. It's available.
I wonder what they mean by limited time.
If you're concerned about your thinning hair, call Hair Club for Men and receive our free brochure. Learn how Hair Club's non-surgical polyfuse method gives you the freedom you've always wanted. Your new hair will look and feel like a part of you.
I did not ask to lose my hair, and for a long period of time I thought that I would have no choice. And with Hair Club, I do have that choice. I like that.
No matter what sport or activity you enjoy, you'll feel secure and confident with your new hair.
I was uncomfortable when I didn't have hair. Now that I have a full head of hair, people that haven't seen me in a while, they don't even know I had anything done. It's like totally natural to them.
Now I can walk down the street and not worry about the person standing right behind me or standing on, you know, waiting at a traffic light and the people are piling up behind me, and I think that everyone's looking down at the top of my head.
So call for our free brochure to view our various hairstyles and receive information about Hair Club's non-surgical polyfuse method.
And remember, I'm not only the Hair Club president, but I'm also a client.
After a strong showing last weekend, the new Rainier Draft team is ready to go. They're off. A tremendous start. They're heading into the pretzel turn. They've got them. Here come the chips. And the dip. Incredible. They're setting up for the all-important Rainier Draft light turn. They've got the new Rainier Draft lights. They're ice loggers. They're ice loggers.
All right. Here's a Rainier Draft.
It's new.
Almost Live is brought to you by Rainier Ice Lager Draft.
And now, here are some suggestions for your late-night viewing pleasure. At 12:30 on A&E, join the hippie gourmet as he provides helpful kitchen hints on cooking with dirt. At 1 o'clock, ESPN presents Baseball Bloopers, this week featuring Bad Hops to the Groin. And at 2 o'clock on HBO, Barbara Hershey and Sally Kellerman star in Honey, I Blew Up My Lips. Stay up late and watch more TV.
Would you like to be a more effective communicator? Able to speak with real confidence and command? Now you can. Here's the president of Speaking Dynamics Institute, Mr. Marvin Placidwheel.
How are you? I hope you are doing very well, and that everything about you is going along just extra marvelously. Did you notice what I just said? And the engaging way I greeted you? Those are just some of the invaluable spills that you can, the invaluable skills that you can learn if you come to the Speaking Dynamics Institute. Now, a lot of television weathermen have come to us to learn how to speak and to point at the big map at the same time. And we also teach actors how to move while still being able to deliver their lines in a way that is powerful and dynamic and skillful. Skillful. And at Speaking Dynamics Institute, we will also teach you how to memorize things so that you can always appear to be spontaneous. With this valuable skill, you will appear to be spontaneous. By now, you probably would like to see a picture of the Institute. Here is one. But then, of course, the actual building itself is a lot bigger than that. Enroll now at Speaking Dynamics Institute.
Everybody is getting on my nerves. Everybody is stupider than me. Why won't you do things the way that I do? I am right and you are wrong. Me!
Hello and welcome to me. Well, before getting started, I have a quick comment for Hazel Seidelman. Hazel wrote to me last week and asked if I had ever used 4 eggs rather than the traditional 3 eggs when making a pineapple upside-down cake. Apparently she has, and that 4th egg makes the cake, and I quote, light and fluffy, unquote. Hazel, I don't care if the cake floats up into the air and hovers for an hour. 3 eggs is the way I do it. 3 eggs is the right way to do it. You're a stupid old woman and you're wrong. Okay, well, it's time now to meet my exciting guest. He's a world-renowned builder of model ships. Very exciting stuff. Please welcome Kevin McRae. It is just so nice to have you on this show.
It's very nice to be here.
Well, tell us about your current project.
Oh, this is a one-of-a-kind, exact scale replica of a Spanish fighting galleon from the medieval period.
Oh, my goodness.
It's my pride and joy.
It's just beautiful. And how long have you been working on it? 6 months, 8 months?
Oh, no. I have been working on this for 13 years.
13 years? What's the holdup, Kevin?
Well, you see, I design and hand carve each piece individually. It's very painstaking work.
Very interesting. Would you mind giving us a demonstration of your technique?
Oh.
I think we'd like to see that. I think we would.
Certainly.
Okay.
I can do this sail first. You put just a touch of glue there.
No, you'll need more glue than that. You'll need, more glue.
Yeah, you know, ironically, though, the more glue you use, the harder it is to make it stick in place.
Well, I've put together a few models in my day, and believe me, you need more glue.
I know it does look that way.
It is that way, Kevin. More glue.
I'm sorry, but I really have to disagree with you on this.
No wonder it's taken you 13 years. You don't know what the hell you're doing.
Well, now you don't have to get nasty about this.
Just give it to me. You need more. The whole thing needed more glue.
You ruined it.
Oh, it wouldn't be ruined now if you'd done it my way to begin with.
You're insane.
Oh, pooh.
No.
Well,
13 years.
We're out of time. So join me tomorrow and we'll learn the correct way to sharpen a knife. And we'll get a demonstration on how to milk venom from a rattlesnake. So until then, everybody is getting on my nerves. Everybody is stupider than me. Why won't you do things the way that I do? I am right and you are wrong. Me!
If you're concerned about your thinning hair, call Hair Club for Men and receive our free brochure. Learn how Hair Club's non-surgical polyfuse method gives you the freedom you've always wanted. Your new hair will look and feel like a part of you.
I did not ask to lose my hair, and for a long period of time I thought that I would have no choice. And with Hair Club, I do have that choice. I like that.
No matter what sport or activity you enjoy, you'll feel secure and confident with your new hair.
I was uncomfortable when I didn't have hair. Now that I have a full head of hair, people that haven't seen me in a while, they don't even know I had anything done. It's like totally natural to them.
Now I can walk down the street and not worry about the person standing right behind me or standing on, you know, waiting at a traffic light and the people are piling up behind me, and I think that everyone's looking down at the top of my head.
So call for our free brochure to view our various hairstyles and receive information about Hair Club's non-surgical polyfuse method.
And remember, I'm not only the Hair Club president, but I'm also a client.
Everyone goes to Mervyn's after Christmas sale and clearance. The year ends soon, and so does this sale, so shop now for big savings throughout the store.
What is it that makes King 5 Winterfest such a great part of the holiday season? Is it the festive atmosphere from the thousands of lights at the Seattle Center? Is it all the things to do, from ice skating to dancing? The answer is yes. To find out what's happening at King 5 Winterfest, call 684-7200.
After a strong showing last weekend, the new Rainier draft team is ready to go. They're off. A tremendous start. They're heading into the pretzel turn. They've got them. Here come the chips. And the dip. Incredible. They're setting up for the all-important Rainier draft light turn. They've got the new Rainier draft lights. They're ice loggers. They're ice loggers.
All right. Here's a Rainier draft.
It's new.
Almost Live is brought to you by Rainier Beer. Around here, it's Rainier.
Studio amplification for Almost Live provided by American Music.
And now, here are some suggestions for your late night viewing pleasure. At 12:30 on the Nashville Network, be sure to catch Tobacco Spitters Roundup. At 1 o'clock, CBC presents Hockey Night in Canada, followed by Hockey Forum, Hockey Tonight, and Wide World of Hockey. And at 2 o'clock on MTV's Unplugged, the Black Crowes try to remember the words to their song. Stay up late and watch more TV.
Hi there, I'm Todd, and welcome back to the Dysfunctional Family Shopping Network. Hi. We have got some great products now for you messed up folks. Take a look at this. First item we have up is our version of Leave It to Beaver, the Dysfunctional Family Doll Set. We've got it right here. Here's the non-empowered daddy, and next to him, Mommy the Enabler. Down here, the bulimic, overachieving firstborn, and the hyperactive pyromaniac youngest child. It's a super teaching tool, and it's a fun toy for the whole family to enjoy. Okay, next up, we want to show you this complete set of unbreakable, flexible dinnerware. This stuff really helps you get your point across without hurting anybody. You just take one of these and you say, I don't like your stinking mashed potatoes, okay? I hate the food you fix. I hate it. And you haven't hurt anybody. Next up here, for you closet alcoholics, take a look at these fine items. Isn't this nice? Wow, a TV remote control unit. I've never seen one quite like that before. Huh? And look at this cellular phone here, would you? What great reception. And let me show you what this one does. You just take it off just like so. And press the gum. This superior electronics equipment is just $22.50 each, or on our Red Nose special this hour, it's just $39. And moving on to our next item now here on the Dysfunctional Family Shopping Network, here's a wonderful gift for that depressed sullen teenager in your family. It's the Mopey Teen Runaway Bag. It's only $39.50, comes in designer colors, and includes all the essentials your teen is gonna need to run away for 2 or 3 days. Now included are a pair of big clunky boots, Globe cigarettes, CDs by Depeche Mode and The Cure, black hair dye, and a razor, a copy of Sylvia Plath's The Bell Jar, and a packet of pre-written suicide notes. If you want to leave these laying around so people can see them. Okay, let's go to the phones now. We understand we've got a caller. Hi. Who's this?
This is Jason.
Okay, Jason, now we understand that you have purchased the Mopey Teen Runaway bag. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm using it right now. It's great.
Okay, now what's your favorite item from the bag, Jason?
I like them all, but probably the hair dye and razor, because I gave myself a flat top and then dyed it jet black. That'll make my parents buy me that Jeep I want.
Well, thank you, Jason. And we invite all of you there at home to stay tuned here to the Dysfunctional Family Shopping Network. We've got a lot of items left to show you, so if you're really messed up, don't mess with that dial.
Welcome to the John Report. I'm John. Here's my report. Well, Seattle Mayor Norm Rice has started a new program called the Seattle Challenge, which encourages young people to meet and learn from local business leaders. Tacoma is considering a Tacoma Challenge, which would encourage kids to drop it and come out with their hands up. In other Tacoma news, garbage collection has been suspended in that city due to a clerical workers' strike. So far, no one has noticed. Well, Seattle is spending $200,000 to reseed playing fields dried up from a lack of water. In a related story, the Seattle Mariner management will spend millions reseeding their team, which dried up from lack of talent. New Boeing ads on TV stress that even though the Cold War is over, it's still a dangerous world. The ad goes on to say that the world can be made less dangerous by buying a whole bunch of new airplanes. Well, because of cutbacks in the U.S. Navy, Boeing employees have received stop work orders. A Boeing spokesman said, however, that giving that command wasn't really necessary. A Russian space capsule containing messages from Boris Yeltsin to Western business leaders will land just off the coast of Washington at Thanksgiving. Yeltsin says this is the best they can do until they finally get a decent phone system over there. At a recent press conference, outgoing Governor Booth Gardner said there'll be a state budget crisis in the coming months. When asked how it should be dealt with, he simply laughed, skipped in a circle, and shouted, "Don't ask me!" And that's silly little boy. A $50 million plan to upgrade the Coliseum would lower the floor 30 feet. Several members of the Sonics have complained about the plan, saying that would make the basket way too high to reach. A lone moose has been spotted wandering through area yards in Bellingham. Though the animal appears dazed and skittish, one resident notes he glimpsed the remnants of a mariner's uniform caught in the moose's antlers and heard it mumbling giddily, "I'm free, I'm free." Finally, the best martini in town contest was won last week by the Garden Court at the Four Seasons Hotel. When asked what made the Garden Court's martini so much better than all the other bars in town, a spokesperson for the judges replied, "This is the John Report. Things like that.
This is a typical showroom of United Buy and Sell Furniture Warehouse. You find no frills, no gimmicks, and no commissioned sales staff. Famous brand name furniture and mattresses for every room in your home. Prices as little as 1/2 regular stores. Our low-cost warehouse operations save you money. No frills, no gimmicks, low prices. That's United Buy and Sell Furniture Warehouse.
United Buy and Sell Furniture Warehouse.
Us. Them. Us. Us again. Them. What you're left with after 2 years of Hyundai service. After 2 years of their service. What we're giving this season. Plus, first-time buyers can get this too. This was your only chance at getting something from them. Right now, Hyundai's got rebates and first-time buyer cash assistance. So come see us, your Hyundai dealer. Where cars make sense.
An important bulletin for everyone interested in saving money.
Burlington Coat Factory's after Christmas sale is on now. Tremendous selections of famous name menswear, ladies' sportswear and dresses, kids' clothes, and coats for everyone in the family. Now slashed far below Burlington Coat Factory's everyday low prices. The quality and designer labels Burlington Coat Factory is famous for are now priced even lower. Burlington Coat Factory's after Christmas sale. Open New Year's Day.
10.
We're starting the countdown now?
9.
Well, it's a little early, isn't it?
8.
Okay, I'll be quick. Hi, what would New Year's Eve
7.
be without an almost live New Year's Eve special? I don't know.
6.
That's why we're going to do it again this year. We're going to have funny
5.
bits, live satellite cut-ins from Ballard, Burien, White
4.
Center. We'll be everywhere. We'll have
3.
resolutions from famous stars, Bill Nye the Science Guy,
2.
Turtle Doves, plus a countdown you can actually
1.
count down to.
Almost New Year's. New Year's Eve at 11:30, followed by Jay Leno at 12:30 on King 5.
And now, here are some suggestions for your late-night viewing pleasure. At 12:30 on PBS, Mr. Wizard shows kids how to blow up mailboxes. At 1 o'clock on USA, it's the World League of American Football, the Sacramento Surge versus the PLO. And at 2 o'clock, CBS presents Great Career Moves. Gary Burkhoff, McLean Stevenson, and Wayne Rogers all discuss their decision to leave MASH early. Stay up late and watch more TV.
Wow. All right, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much, and thank you at home for inviting us into your homes. We always like that because they're so much nicer than any of ours.
Not mine.
So, not yours? No, yours is better. Anyway, we thank you for coming. And we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Promotional consideration for Almost Live provided by Pizzeria Pagliacci, featuring traditional and gourmet pizza by the slice. Pizzeria Pagliacci, rated Seattle's best pizza.
Us. Them. Us. Us again. Them. What you're left with after 2 years of Hyundai service. After 2 years of their service. What we're giving this season. Plus, first-time buyers can get this, too. This was your only chance at getting...
Minute for Sleep Country USA's first 100-hour sale.
Evening Magazine. I wonder what they'll show us next.
Really bad gymnastics will not be seen tonight, so that we may bring you the following episode of Almost Live. It's Almost Live with me, Pat Cashman, Tracy Conway, Bob Nelson, Bill Stainton, Nancy Guppy, Steve Wilson, and Ed Wyatt, and starring John Keister. And we're dedicating tonight's show to the memory of Bob Nelson, one of our staff writers who passed away last week. We're going to miss Bob around here because he was really...
What's going on?
Bob, I thought you passed away.
No, I went away. I was gone for a couple days. That's all. I'm back.
So you're not dead?
No.
Well, that's just great, and thanks for ruining my opening remarks.
Sorry, man.
Yeah, right. And now, here he is.
John.
Keister.
Thank you. Good evening and happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. I've always been terrified of Halloween. When I was a kid, the teenagers would throw eggs at us, and steal all the good candy. You remember that? Ugh. Either that or I had to trick or treat for UNICEF. So I would. Remember that? So you wouldn't get any candy then. I hated that. I would have split my candy with the starving kids around the world. I'm sure they would have been happy to get the candy corn and Idaho Spuds, wouldn't they? And I could keep the Baby Ruths and those little Hershey semi-sweets, which are good ones. They don't need that. And then, you grow up, you got to worry. Now I got to worry about, the house getting egged. Drive-by eggings are big in my neighborhood. Or you got to go to some stupid party where all the women are upset because they all came as Catwoman. Does that, It's every year. Yeah, a lot of them in the audience tonight, yeah. Although the scariest costumes this year are Dracula, Frankenstein, and a Seahawks quarterback about to make a pass. That's scary. But of all the scary things I've seen this week, the absolute most frightening has to be the 1992 voters pamphlet. I hate those things. Don't look. It's really gruesome. I would say, don't even. The thing is, how are you supposed to know what judge to vote for? Although I guess in Tacoma, it's a lot easier. Let's see. He was fair to my cousin, and she came down too hard on my nephew. I'm going to go with him. You realize that James Stockdale's photo is missing? Perot's running mate. His photo is missing from the voters pamphlet. I mean, do they really think that we're going to believe they couldn't find a snapshot? Maybe they think we won't remember who he is if they don't put the picture in. I don't know. Although a lot of the races are really close this time, and we may even, and I know I'm going way out on a limb on this one, but we may even have something to do with electing the president this time. Ooh, I know. No. I know. Usually it's a spectator sport in Washington State, You find out who won when the clock radio clicks on in the morning. Right? The last 3 times it's been that way. Stop off to vote on the way to work. Hey, who are you going to vote for president? I'm voting for the Bigfoot Party. Yeah, me too. What the hell? Who cares? Who cares? This year the races are a lot closer, so the candidates, they're still out campaigning very heavily, and that might cause some confusion on Halloween night, so we want to help you tell... Well, I mean, think about it. It might. We want to help you tell the candidates apart from some of the more popular costumes, so pay attention. For example, this is Mike Lowry, this is Yoda, okay? Notice the difference there. Granted, it's a subtle distinction, granted, but nevertheless, take note. All right, now, this is Ken Eikenberry, this is Dennis the Menace's dad. All right? Okay. Now pay close attention to this one. This is Jim McDermott, and this is the Wolfman. Okay, now. All right. All right, this is Patty Murray. This is Adam Rich from A to Z. Okay. Now, this is Rod Chandler, and this is Mr. Potato Head. So don't get that. And finally, this is Dan Quayle, and that's the gopher from Caddyshack, okay? So pay attention. Gotta keep it straight, gotta keep that straight. A lot of the candidates, they're talking about traditional American values. And when I think about American values, I think of these fine people. Ladies and gentlemen, stand by for the high-fiving white guys.
The high-fiving white guys, downtown adventure!
It's the high-fiving white guys!
White guys blow off their schedule and hit the town to goof around.
Hammer's high!
They have friends in high places.
What a perfect day for the white guys.
They see all the big shows in town.
Phantom!
That's my
So white! Well, you should talk.
high-fiving white guys are cool. But white guys just keep on high-fiving. They're just like us. Yeah.
Man, what's the big deal?
White guys eat in all the best places.
Hey! Can I be a high-fiving white guy, too? Who, you? Yeah.
No way! High-fiving white guys! All right! Happy Halloween! Stay with us. We've got a great show. We'll be right back.
This is crazy.
Dog weddings, most people call them. But we prefer canine nuptials. Now, the bride will be wearing antique ivory. The bridesmaids, are they here? Lavender tulle. Say cheese now. Beautiful. Stay. No, bad dog. Bad dog. Oh, you're all bad dogs. Good dog.
This is crazy. 2 pizzas with any topping, 2 free Crazy Breads, 2 free soft drinks, all for $7.98 at Little Caesars.
Pizza. Save $100,000. Don't need to buy the monster truck. Just a $10 ticket for the Motor Spectacular.
County Shipping Dealers present the USA Motor Spectacular. January 15th, 16th, and 17th at Tacoma. All-Star Demolition Derby, indoor motocross racing, rollover contest, plus the Monster Truck Challenge. Foot Statewide American Gladiator Monster Truck and more. Meet the drivers in Sky from TV's American Gladiators. $10 super value seats at Ticketmaster. Kids get in half price with coupon from Burger King. All kids get a free Mattel Hot Wheels toy.
Super Saver seats, $10. Seat belts not included.
You're too busy for the discomfort of your period. Cramps, bloating, headache, water gain. You're not yourself. Advil and Tylenol only relieve pain. Do it right. Take multi-symptom Pamprin. Get yourself back together again. Multi-symptom Pamprin. Period relief, not just pain relief.
People living with pain keep thanking me.
Thanks, Joe.
For Flexol 454, the aloe vera-based pain-relieving gel recommended by the athletic trainers in all major pro sports.
Thanks, Joe.
Living with pain? Get better. Get Flexol, the pain relief pro trainers recommend.
With cold-filtered Miller Genuine Draft, the world's a very cool place.
Notice anything new?
Oh, okay. Let me take a good look here.
Well?
Very nice.
You like it?
It looks great. Great haircut.
Thanks.
Looks great.
Hello there. I'm Neil White of the Red Meat Council. Now, in the past few years, red meat has taken a real beating. You see, so-called intelligent people have done research and come up with a bunch of reasonable facts that could dissuade you from ever eating red meat again. Now, the problem is these reasonable facts only tell part of the story. For instance, they're very fond of saying that the High fat content of red meat will clog your arteries, causing a massive heart attack. Well, that's all well and good, but what they fail to mention is the sheer number of arteries you have in your body. Do you have any idea how many arteries you have? What? Well, I don't know for sure, but I've heard there's a lot of them. So it's not like you're going to notice if you clog up a couple half dozen. And this is just one example of the kind of propaganda we have to deal with every day. Here's some more.
I've heard that red meat is hard to digest. It gets stuck in the intestinal tract and causes cancer.
Well, what happens when you get caught in a blizzard for 2 weeks without any food? I'll tell you what happens. Your body feeds on that big chunk of undigested steak that's been sitting down in your lower intestine since last October. In other words, that stuck steak could save your life.
Isn't red meat full of maggots and larvae?
Well, what are maggots and larvae? They're bugs. And what are bugs? Protein. And what does protein do? It builds strong and healthy muscles. That's what it does.
We're supposed to eat foods that are rich in water, aren't we? And I've heard that red meat is dense, non-porous, and dehydrating.
Okay, fine. Now, what do you call this? I call this good, refreshing water. That's water, mister, and boy, does it taste good, too.
Well, I thought the chemicals and additives in red meat made you nervous and irritable.
Well, I don't agree with that, all right? But don't just take my word for it. Listen to this.
Whenever I feel nervous and irritable, I like to relax in a bathtub full of red meat. It calms me and feels great. In fact, I don't think I'll ever get out.
And there you have it. Reasonable reasons to eat red meat. And quite frankly, titillating reasons to wear it. For the Red Meat Council, I'm Neil White. Thanks for listening.
And action. McDonald's Egg McMuffin sandwiches. They don't really do anything, but they taste really good. And now you can get 2 of them for just $2. And cut. Thanks, guys. That was great. The surface of a strange, distant planet? No, 2 tantalizing McDonald's Big Mac sandwiches. Now get them both for just $2.
What you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
Deep in a remote jungle? Nope. 2 Big Macs for $2. You mean you forgot already?
They call it City of Roses. More livable than Seattle, with government that works. But is Portland really different?
Seattle's very cool, but we don't want to be like that.
Portland has sides that we barely know.
The candles, get the ice out.
On Sunday's Compton Report, our profile of Portland, warts and all. The Compton Report, Sunday at 6.
The Lummi language does not have words for a lot of things. We never thought we'd need them.
Help preserve the traditional American Indian cultures by supporting the 26 tribal colleges.
Well, as you can see, the folks at Evening Magazine have been pretty busy lately. In the last few months, they've taken you to more Northwest places than I ever knew existed. And Penny Legate and Brian Tracy, they'll show you more in a week than most folks will see in a year. And now here's the best part. They tell me this is only the beginning. Evening Magazine, weeknights at 7 on King 5 television. Boy, I wonder where they'll take us next.
Almost Live is sponsored in part by cold-filtered Miller Genuine Draft.
Studio amplification for Almost Live provided by American Music.
Oh, look, Working Girl's on. Remember what a great film that was? You want to watch it?
Sure. I mean, if there's nothing else on, might as well.
The following is a paid political commercial.
This is Carl Dimnoggin. I love this beautiful Northwest we live in. It's the place I was raised and where my wife and I are raising our own lovely daughter. I want to make sure her future is a bright one. It's why I'm running for office and why I paid for this commercial. Because we need to
All right,
preserve
that's
this
it. All right, Buster down.
All right.
Take the lens filter off, Larry.
Okay.
Let's get out of here. We gotta go.
Hey, what? Why do you take that really cool fog filter off?
Because we're all done here. That's why the shoot's over.
It's for my paid political commercial.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's not paid.
I wrote you guys a check.
Yeah, well, it bounced. The bank sent it back.
Well, run it back through.
We did 3 times. Kept coming back.
Oh, I know what I did. There's a little egg on my face right now. See, I got 2 accounts, and I must have written you a check on the account where I don't have very much money in there. I got loads of dough in the other account. Honey, do you have that other checkbook? And I'll just write these guys.
Just forget it. It's too late.
Oh, come on.
Rules are rules. We got to take off here.
Look, just wait a second, okay?
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
All right.
Okay, now, if I get elected, I'm going to be making $79.5 a year and overseeing a $14 billion portfolio. I'm going to be good for the money if you get my draft.
We need the money now.
Please.
No.
Look, it's starting to rain, okay? And it's getting cold out here, and I'd just like to get this commercial done. I mean, I drugged my wife and my daughter out here, and I just would
come
dearly...
on, that's not your wife and daughter. Those are actors.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they look enough like them that it...
Excuse me. I understand that you do not have their money.
I've got their money. I'm going to get
Do you have it here? Do you have our money here?
No, well,
on you right now?
Not on me.
In your wallet? Is it in your wallet, sir?
Not on me.
So you're not going to be paying us today?
I will be paying you.
You do not have it.
After the commercial is done, I'll be glad to pay.
You do not have my money?
Well, I'm going to get it.
I have something for you.
What a jerk!
The preceding was not paid for by Carl Dimnoggin for treasurer.
And welcome to the John Report. I'm John. Here's my report. Predictions that the world would come to an end last week turned out to be false. A spokesman for a disappointed Seahawks team said they would go ahead and play out the season as scheduled. A 40-foot-tall inflatable spider has been placed on an arch over the Pacific Science Center. Center officials say it's there to scare off the really dumb kids who aren't going to understand the exhibits anyway. Seafirst Banks posted signs this week asking people to take off their Halloween masks. In a related story, Seafirst Bank issued an apology for the unfortunate remark made this week to Ken Schramm. Seattle police have arrested a woman who robbed a University District bank. The arresting officer said the woman was easy to find as she was the only person on the Ave who wasn't panhandling. Federal Way officials are considering building high-rise apartments. That way, said one official, we won't have to go all the way to Seattle to look up and say, "Gol darn, that's a big building." Seattle Times sports columnist Steve Kelly says that the Mariners should trade superstar Ken Griffey Jr. Kelly also says that little men from Mars are hiding under his bed. The Bellevue Convention Center is taking reservations even though it doesn't open until next year. 2 of the major groups already booked are the Owners of Pretentious Automobiles Association and the Bitches for No Apparent Reason Society. Microsoft says it will introduce its new product with a $1 million Broadway production called How to Succeed in Business with Workgroup Computing. Officials say if the show is a hit, they'll return to Broadway next season with Bill Gates starring in a revival production of My Fair Geek. Finally, the King County Library System decided this week to buy Madonna's sex book. Now, the book can't be checked out, but for $5, you can take the book back to a private reading room for 15 minutes. This has been the John Report. Thank you, and we'll be right back.
Every weekend at the end of the dial, there's a station. It's got its own kind of style. A party's going on with the KRP crew. We're back to scratch and wax with some fun for you. Turn us on. We're radioactive. Turn us on. And oh, so attractive. WKRP in Cincinnati.
The new WKRP, Sunday at 6:30 on King 5.
It's the weekend. You have so much you want to do.
You got that right.
So turn on King 5 Weekend Morning News.
How's that?
Are all the ferries running? Will there be traffic around the Kingdom? What's happening in Western Washington?
Maybe I better find out.
Is it going to rain? Is it going to snow? Should you take your sunglasses or galoshes?
I don't know.
Spend a little time watching King 5 Weekend Morning News. Then go enjoy your weekend.
Excuse me. I gotta watch the news.
Millions of people on our planet are infected with HIV, the virus that causes AIDS. New treatments for people who are HIV positive are being discovered all the time. Now we know that if you get early treatment, you can live longer. Be here for the cure. Get tested and get early treatment for HIV. For information, call 329-6923.
Filtered Miller Genuine Draft. The world's a very cool place.
Almost Live is sponsored in part by Cold Filtered Miller Genuine Draft.
Almost Live Training Films presents Going to Lunch at the Office. Part 1, Getting Started. The leader starts the process.
It's almost time for lunch. Want to go out to lunch? Hey, you guys going to lunch?
Part 2, Ditch the Doofus.
No, actually,
I'll catch on the fly.
Delay number 1. One more phone call.
Okay, everybody's here. Let's go. Okay.
Just one phone call. One phone call.
I gotta floss my teeth.
Then I gotta run to the bathroom real quick.
I don't have time for a bath.
I gotta get my wallet here.
Delay number 2. Mr. Picky.
Okay, now can we go?
Okay, where?
Mexican.
No, I had it yesterday. No, I had that last week. No, I had that 2 months ago. No!
There you are. Hey, wait up.
Part 3, Ordering Strategies.
No sense buying and the bread, the ravioli and the bread.
What are you gonna have? Do you want to split the fries?
Yeah, okay, if I can have your tartar.
Yeah, you can have my tartar, but why don't you order the fries, because I think it's free with your Tom, what are you having?
I had dinner here before. The lasagna is great.
Great, but I don't want that much. You want to split it?
Yeah, I brought
Okay, great.
two.
And is there salad with that?
But you know, maybe we should get a side salad.
Side salad? Okay, but no dressing on the salad on the side.
That's fine.
Okay, great.
That'd be
sounds good.
great.
Okay, perfect.
What are you having? Maybe we can get extras.
I'll get the big
fries and you give them the
If we get the ravioli, we get the soup and the bread.
The soup? What kind of soup is that? Du jour. What kind of soup is that? What's a du jour?
Anybody else want fries? Part 4, The Vegetarian Gets Chef. Part 5, paying the bill.
Well, let's just split it even, 8 ways.
No, I didn't have a drink.
No, split it even.
Yeah,
it's
we
easier.
split in order, so that's not
okay.
fair.
No. Yeah, Nancy and I split, and then this covers my drink, too.
Well, this takes care of me plus. Okay.
Well, I'm not paying more than $2 per carrot. I don't care what they charge.
Mine was 10, but, Bill, I covered you last week, remember?
Well,
and so
let's
you
just
got
do it.
the rest,
Okay, that
right?
should be it. That should be good. That's good.
We're $40 short.
Well, someone didn't pay.
I
put in more. That's why I told you we should split it even. You've got to split it even. I told you that.
Part 6, separate checks. Part 7, back to work.
Hey, you guys have lunch yet? You guys want to go get some lunch? Later. Lunch? No,
This has been a successful lunch at the office.
I'm kind of hungry. Happy Halloween. Happy birthday, Elroy Riley. Good night. Bye-bye.
Promotional consideration for Almost Live provided by Pizzeria Pagliacci, featuring traditional and gourmet pizza by the slice. Pizzeria Pagliacci, rated Seattle's best pizza.